Welcome class. Today we're going to do another ELA lesson, this time on objective summaries. All right, so on your paper, like we always do, we're going to take some notes. Objective summary. Okay, so before we can discuss how to write objective summary, let's look at what it is. All right, and so when you're writing an objective summary, what you're doing is you are recording the information. So you're recording or writing the main idea. That's number one. You want to record or write about the main idea of the text. And then, while doing this, you want to show an understanding of the topic. So, you want to get the author's main idea across while also showing that you understand the topic that is being discussed or referenced. So now what we need to look at is the term objective and summary. And essentially what you're looking at is objective equals, so objective is without personal opinion or judgment. So this is without your opinion. Right? This is without what you think about the main idea or the topic itself. Remember, if you're writing an objective summary, you're just telling me about the topic and what the main idea of the text was. You got to be objective. You have to leave your opinion out of it. And then a summary a brief explanation. Where's my? A brief explanation or a brief account. There we go. Brief account. All right. So you want to provide a brief account without your opinion. All right. So that means we got to look at things. So let's look at. Let's continue this. So what happens with your opinion or your reactions? What you think after reading the text? Or what if you can make personal connections? So if you have an opinion or you have a reaction or you can make personal connections to the text, if I'm asking for an objective summary, do not do that. This is a no. We are not. You cannot add your opinion, your reactions, or anything of that nature. Okay? No opinions, no reactions, no personal connections. No, 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 no. All right, if I ask you a question and say which of the following is an objective summary of the text, you can eliminate answers that have personal opinions, personal reactions, personal connections. None of those will be in an objective summary. And so, what a good objective summary has, look at what a good objective summary includes. So a good objective summary includes a couple of things. One, it's focused on the main idea. All right, that's number one. It is focused on the main idea. You figure out the main idea of the text, and you're focused on that. And you're writing about the main idea. You're summarizing the text based on what that main idea is. Number two, brief. Brief. Again, that goes back to the summary part. All right? It's got to be brief. It's got to be brief. You don't want to get into the habit of just retelling the entire text. Again, that's why finding the main idea is important. Focusing on that. Number three is that it's accurate. This is why reading the text is important. If you don't read the text, you cannot provide an accurate account of what's going on. And then number four, that it is objective. And that goes back to these things over here. It doesn't have any of this. So to write a good objective summary, you have to be brief, you have to be objective, you have to be accurate, and you have to focus on what the main idea of the text or article is. And so we've discussed what to avoid, but what you also want to avoid, all right, what you also want to avoid in your objective summary is avoid copying from the text. Avoid copying straight from the text. It's going to take away from that ability to be brief and to the point. Okay? So while we're also not including our opinion, our reactions, and our connections, we're also not copying straight from the text. That's where that summarizing becomes important, because a lot of times when you summarize, it's actually shorter than writing word for word what the text says. And so, how long should an objective summary be? Well, we know that it should be brief, and for the most part, your objective summary should be around 5 sentences. Around 5 sentences. And that's because you're going to provide the main idea, and that's 1 sentence. So, what is the main idea of the text? What does the author mainly want you to get from this text? Number 2, you're going to give the details, the supporting details. And that's about 3 sentences. You should be able to find 3 supporting details for what the main idea is. If you can't find 3 supporting details from that text, then you don't have the main idea. So, your main idea sentence, your 3 supporting detail sentences, and then the final sentence is just a conclusion. That'll be 1 sentence as well. And so, not every time is your objective summary going to be just 5 sentences? But it should be somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. Sometimes an author could have more than one main idea, and therefore you have 5 to 6 supporting details. But it should be brief, concise, straight and to the point. And if you focus on this 5-sentence format, you're going to get to the heart of that text and be able to provide an objective summary. All right? So now you're going to practice with the Newsela article that I've given you on Canvas. If you have any questions, as always, reach out, and you have a great day.